Do you think water softeners are just about soft water? Think again, they're actually about saving your family money. All right, by preventing buildup of minerals inside the plumbing of your home and on the appliances of your house, a water softener can reduce all those costs. So we're going to dive into that today so that you can learn about how we can extend, a water softener can actually extend the life of all those things that touches your water. But most of America doesn't have one of these. That's what's crazy. They don't realize that without a water softener, they are slowly losing money every single day. And it's just pickpocketing out of your wallet every day the wear and tear that minerals like rock, calcium, and magnesium is actually doing to the home to your home and to your appliances. So stay tuned. We're going to just dive into the savings you're going to get from a water softener. Now, saving your family money is critical to us because we want to be able to accomplish two things at Angel. One, save your family money. Two, make your family more healthy. Now think about number two for a second. If we're able to make your water more healthy for you to drink, hopefully you become more healthy, which means you have fewer doctor's bills, fewer doctor's visits. That's a good thing, right? Because you have to remember, a good solid water softener that's NSF 44 certified actually also takes out radium-228 and 226. Huge concern. Now, I've got other videos on the health benefits of purifying water, but let's stay on the money, right? That's important to you. Saving money important? Raise your hand, right? Raise your hand. Everyone would raise their hand, right? I've raised two hands. How do we save money? Okay. Well, all right, now I want you to follow me because I want to start out, first of all, with what happens when you walk into a grocery store. You're like, what the hell are you talking about? Well, when you walk into a grocery store, yes, I'm going to explain it to you, 20% of the grocery store shelves are saved for cleaning supplies. Procter & Gamble owns those shelves, right? They want you to buy more Pine Sol, Windex, Cascade, Tide, Snuggle, Little Bubbles, I don't know, all those different chemicals that you buy, the things you use in the shower because the shower looks so bad. Now let's be realistic, showers look bad. You get the white film on that glassware and you just go crazy, right? You look at that, or you look at your shower. Get in the shower today. I challenge you, go stand in your shower, look at that chrome shower handle, look at the faucet that's spraying down at you and go, are there white spots on? There is, isn't there? There's white spots all over it. Then look at your tile. Is the tile turning gray? Compare the lower tile to the upper tile, right? Where water didn't touch it. Start looking at these things, acknowledging that what's happening here is that rock, which is this calcium that's attached to the water droplet, when it hits something and it slides down, the rock is left behind. Or it evaporates, right? It could evaporate and it's left behind. So what I want you to recognize is, let's go back to that grocery store example. 20% of the grocery store shelves are basically saved for Procter & Gamble. Now go do yourself a second favor. Look through the ingredient list. And what you're going to see is the number one ingredient, one of the top ingredients in all those products like Cascade and Tide, is liquid softening agents. Yes, my biggest competitor at Angel Water, it's not Chuck in the Truck around the corner. It's actually Procter & Gamble, because they market to you every day. They put an ad in front of you everywhere. So you think, oh, there's nothing to it. Using a full cup of Tide every day every time you do laundry? I mean, my God, have you ever been through a Costco and you see those big jugs of liquid soap? I mean, people walk out like this when they're carrying it. It's so heavy. Now, why is that? That's because the number one ingredient in there is liquid softening agents, and you actually have to use a full cup. And what they do is they're nickel and diming you every day. Every time you use a Tide, you use Tide. Every time you use Cascade, every time you go to wash or clean something, you literally are putting money in their pocket. You're responding to their advertisements, which is, hey, that's just part of life because we're so dirty. Well, come on, look back at the 1920s and 30s. Look at any video from back then. I mean, we had dust. We were miners. We were, ranch people were working ranches. We were farmers. Yeah, they were in the dirt. Are you? I mean, out of all the people that watch my videos, I just wonder what's the population today that are in one of those categories, or are we've all migrated to the technology age today, right? Where America is the most technologically advanced country in the world. So even if you take a look at what our local schools here, our local school got rid of basically Woods class. They got rid of the automotive class. It's like all this stuff is going away. It's like, well, why is it going away? It's going to technology. So now, does a technology person working on a computer, does this shirt get dirty like it does if I was working on a car? Would it get as dirty as if I was working in the farm fields? No. So you don't really need the soap. And by the way, even when you did get it dirty with dirt from being a farmer, does it really need that much soap? No, what it needs is clean water. One of the examples we do is we literally take water that we've softened, we run it through a little baby water softener like this. We take your water, run it through one of these things, we fill up a little spray bottle, and then what do? We walk around your house and we clean with it. Why? The most perfect cleaner in the whole wide world is this guy right here. It's just water, but it's water without chlorine, it's water without rock, it's water without minerals. You got to get that stuff off there so then it can do a great job cleaning your home. And when you do that, you can drastically reduce the amount of soap that you use. If you take a look at a dishwasher, that's another great example. Open up the dishwasher, there's a bowl on the bottom of the dishwasher. Why is that? It holds like 2 gallons, 3 gallons of water. Because what happens is when you turn on the dishwasher, it fills with hot water. Then all of a sudden, Cascade or whatever you use falls into that, and the water has to dissolve those chemicals so that it turns that water soft. They're using chemical softeners to make the water soft so that water now can go clean your dishes. Going right back to that's where the money's at, right? The money for these major corporations is just pickpocketing you a little per day. Now let's think about this. 20% of the store shelf. Let's just say that it's 20% of your grocery bill. The average family is telling us today they're spending $300 a month, sometimes more. So if your family, if you have a family of 2, it's 300, maybe it's 400, maybe it's 500. What's 20% of that? $60 a month? Think about $60 a month. If it was $300 a month and you take 20% of that, that's $60 a month you're spending on Cascade, Pine Sol, Windex, and you don't even realize it. Why? Because you just grab one this week. Next week you go in, you grab another one. Next week you grab another one. Maybe you go belong to, a warehouse club and you buy a big container so you don't have to go buy it that often. What is that slowly doing to your pocketbook? Taking money out of your pocket. So if we can transition that money you're spending anyways into a mechanical way of treating the water. Remember, you're currently chemically treating your water no matter what you say. When you buy those products, you're chemically treating your water. And then, by the way, if I use Tide for an example, the Tide never rinses completely out of this shirt. So now I'm wearing Tide. Have you ever read the directions or the ingredients on Tide? There's words on there I can't even pronounce. And I went to college, right? So it's like, what are these words? And when you go Google them, they're these nasty chemicals. And they'd never been tested to see whether or not they affect the human body because they're assuming that you're not going to drink it. Well, wait a second. But if it doesn't rinse out of the fabric and I'm wearing it, does that mean I'm wearing a chemical suit? Because it's on there. You know how many people I've met time and time again that said, oh my God, I have all these rashes from where my clothing sits. We go to their home, test their water. They have relatively hard water. And it's like the minute that we get them on a water softener and we explain this story to them, poof, their problems go away. We get letters, we get emails, we get Google reviews. You can sort through our Google reviews. You're going to see that people are just like, oh my God, my life changed. Thank you. And that's again because you're not wearing chemicals that never were tested for the human body. And you have to remember, your skin is the largest organ of your body. And what does it do? It absorbs things. You got to remember, they sell nicotine patches, what does that do? Slowly emit nicotine into your bloodstream. So of course the body can absorb what it's sitting on, what it's touching, excuse me. So that's why it's so very important to now start to consider to yourself, how much is this costing me? Let's just take a look at this soap. That's $60 a month if it's 20% at a $300 bill. Watch what you spend money on. Hand soaps, laundry soaps, conditioners. Do you know how many people have told me that they buy $60 in conditioner and they go through one a month just to condition their hair? I mean, my assistant here, they're nodding their head because they have very long hair and they're like, oh my God, that's exactly what happens. That's what happens. And then you're spending $60 a month just on conditioners and shampoo from a nice hair salon. And maybe you've seen my video talking about Greg and Yeva Berkowitz who had an immense savings from not going every month to a hair salon and was able to switch every other month, saving $120 every other month. Because all we had to do there is remove the rock out of the water and stop using chemicals, whether it's chemical conditioners or shampoo or the Tides. Now let's continue about this. What about hand lotion? Do you get dry, itchy hands? Well, sure, when you wash your hands, what happens? Rock plugs the pores of your skin, so it feels gritty when you're done. So you go and buy hand soap and you lotion up your hands. What you forget is that your body has natural oils that come out of the body. And so if you don't get rid of the chlorine, if you don't get rid of the rock, that scrapes that off of your skin. Actually, people say that they feel like they look younger because they have less wrinkles as a result of the rock and the chlorine not drying out their skin when they're taking showers. So what are the cost factors that you could be incurring? What could be slowly taking money out of your pocket every day that you don't even know that you could eliminate by transitioning your money from everyday pickpocketer to a system that's going to be installed in your home, which makes your water more healthy, which reduces costs. So we just got into those things about health now and your laundry. Let's talk about your shower stall, because we like to go through a house, we like to go on a tour of a house, and we like to look through what the water's damaging. One of the first components, look at every toilet in your house. Look at the toilet. What you see, it's porcelain, it's white, right? Now, do you see a gray ring around there? Well, what did that gray ring come from? Porcelain it's polished, so it slides everything down. But what happens when rock slowly touches that porcelain? Yes, it starts going in a swirl, and the first thing it does is swirl around the outside of that, and what it does is it ruins the sheen on that toilet bowl. Then it exposes the porcelain, which is porous, to the rock in the water. Thus, the rock gets absorbed out of it and attaches to the porcelain. Then you go back in and you clean it, and you go back a week later and you're like, there's that damn ring again. Well, if you rub your finger on it, you're going to feel that it's rough. It's not smooth like the rest of that. And that's, again, rock is like sandpaper. It's slowly eroding the side of that toilet. So before long, you're going to have to buy one, right? Or we take a look, if you take the lid off the back of the toilet, you'll see what calcium does to the little rubber flappers. It calcifies on there, so they stop working correctly. Now, let's go to a kitchen faucet. Take a look at the faucet and see if there's any white film buildup in there. Take that aerator off, take a look in there. I can't tell you how many times we go in and we clean that guy out with vinegar and lemon and sometimes baking soda and then put it back together, and the water pressure is way better. And why is that? Because that calcium built up inside of there. Now that usually takes a plumber to come out to your house. What does that run on you? $180 for us to show up at your house just to clean one faucet. Now we might be able to get two in that hour time, but think about that for a second. It's, again, money that's getting pulled out of your pocket because you wanted someone to improve the water pressure of your kitchen faucet. Go to your bathroom. We see white film on the shower stall. Now you got to go clean it. What's the cost of that? I'm not just talking about the chemicals. Your time. Is your time not valuable? If you could take your time, go apply it to your expertise, how much money can you make in an hour that it takes you to clean that bathroom, to clean that shower? Now, before long, that glass is going to get ruined and you're going to have to replace it. What's that going to cost you? What about the tile that you're standing on? It becomes white or gray. And again, like I said to you early on, compare that tile to the tile above, way up high, and see if there's a color difference. Oh my God, the things I've seen in people's homes, I'm like, wow, they got to remodel that bathroom. What is that going to cost you? So add those guys up, and what you will find is that there's going to be one of two things that are going to happen in your life. You're either going to chemically treat your water, which you probably are doing now, or you can go mechanically treat your water. And then you can drastically reduce, if not eliminate, most of those costs that we see. So one of the studies that was actually out there is WQA did do a study on how long appliances last, or appliances last longer as a result of moving to a removal system versus chemically treating. And they gave a number of 30%. Their studies showed that all your water touching appliances last 30% longer. So a water heater, let's just do the math on a water heater, $2,000. If we can extend the life of that by 30%, is that not worth 30% of $2,000? Could be. You ask yourself that question, that's $600 because we were able to extend the life by another 3 years. Water heaters last around 10 years. They used to last longer, 15 to 20 years, but today they're made in China and they're made with thinner steel, so they don't last as long. They come with a 5, or sometimes you can buy an extended 2-year warranty, so they're going up to 7 years. That's about it. So after it gets to 10, it's not if it's going to leak, it's when it's going to leak. So think about it moving the needle and being able to buy that later on in life. That's saving you money. So the last one, oh my God, I can't tell you how many people with hard water have replaced Keurigs. Keurigs have an electrode in there that heats the water quickly, right? Well, when you heat the water really fast, that rod that's actually heating the water, it calcifies very easily. The rock attaches to it, and then before long it breaks and the Keurig is toast. It doesn't work anymore. Those are like $200. I had someone who was replacing it every year. It's like $200 a year. Again, taking money out of your pocket. So what we hope today we were able to accomplish, by the way, if you've enjoyed this video, please press like, share it with your friends and family. If you know anyone that uses water, share it with them. Hopefully they'll like it. And what we'd like you to be able to understand is that we're here to help you. We're here to help define that savings for you and your family. You can see us or find us at angelwater.com. You can call us at 847-382-7800. You can also email us if you'd like to do that. That way you can actually get an idea of what are the benefits that you're going to achieve by getting a water softener. So hopefully you like this video. Hopefully you understand that you are going to be either spending money, and you're going to either be doing it chemically with the chemicals you buy and exposing your family to those chemicals that you can't even pronounce, or you can mechanically treat your water and make your water more healthy. And by the way, that improves the value proposition for your home. Today, people look at water softeners sort of like granite countertops were hot in the 2000s, the 90s and 2000s, made the value of the house go up. Well, today, healthy homes are what's making people buy the home. People are concerned about their life. I mean, aren't you? I am. I'm having the time of my life. I want to live as long as I can. So I'm not one of those curmudgeons that are going to be like, I don't care, I'm going to die sooner or later. I want to live as long as I can. So if you want to join me on that, then let's take a look at what we can do to get the stuff out of the water, get the chemicals out of your life, and get your family the healthiest water possible. So again, my name is Drew, and I am here to serve you.